And we'll start the Spirit Walk. So just trying to carve out a space to send the heroes so there's not too much damage on them. Alright, once the monolith's cleared out, I'm going to come in from the bottom. In this case, just siege barracks because there's no invis tower. And create a bigger funnel so my heroes can go towards the scatter shot. The Yeti was just sent with the heroes to provide a little extra tanking to get my king in so that I could open up enough walls. It's good space, lots of room for the heroes now. Easy witch, CC, and the ice golems don't really do much, so we can send the rest of our army along the side and just path around so that we can push the queen in towards the town hall and the multi. That's the hope, at least. Again, making sure those headhunters are in the war nobility, because otherwise the RC is going to get stuck on both the king and the Indian prince. They're both pretty tanky, so getting them down as soon as possible helps keep the war nobility over the hogs and the RC with the hogs, so there's enough damage pushing through. In this case, the RC found its own little space. The new hog level just has so much more health. Easy push through. And the extra troop space just helps so much with funneling and a lot more troops to clear up the trash. Alright, one hit down. Alright, the center invis towers are pretty easy. I don't use the giant arrow just because I bring the log launcher. And it opens up the walls and triggers the tower at the same time. So for me, just the giant arrow doesn't give me as much value as it would with a lot of the Root Rider strategies. So again, just splitting the base in two so the heroes don't have any damage on them other than what's right in front of them. Alright, and we'll send through the top right because it's pretty light. Again, the Yeti for the funnel just helps so much. A lot of the times, one of the biggest issues was the Barbarian King going through into the compartment and then walking all the way outside of the base to just start clearing trash. So it just helps make the funnel so much stronger. The king will end up just beating through walls, or just, in this case, the defensive king slowed it down enough so that once the walls were opened up, they just went straight to the core. Really, this is ideal, getting the king all the way in. And then pretty light all the way around the outside with just the hogs. So pathing's pretty easy with these ring bases if you can get the heroes into the core. Just splash and bomb towers, main things to watch out for. Just healing through the bomb tower, and then plenty of spells for the back end here. Not much left. That's gonna hit the hogs. There's still just the new upgrade with the hogs, just so much left. ton left on the back end. Did need a couple of spells. And just getting enough Sui value so that you can pull the hogs all the way around the base is really ideal. All right. Harry. All right, so same general idea as the last one with those stacked center bases. Sending the heroes in with the log launcher, and then just trying to clear out that center with the heroes and the log launcher, and then sending the hogs around the outside. Let's see how it goes. RC through the bottom. Just getting as much value as you can so that you can get a good enough funnel so most of the defenses aren't hitting straight at your heroes. That way you can send them along the side, and then push them into the core with either siege barracks, or now that you can funnel with the Yeti, and send the log launcher. Again, I just like to try to keep the Spirit Fox alive. A lot of the times it dies when I was doing my Spirit Walk now with the update before this. So I tend to be a little more aggressive with the invis just because it's so much stronger on the back end to still have the Fox alive. Just old school pulling the CC, nothing on the queen. And then starting to set up the wall break and the funnel. Got a little unlucky with the Expo targeting the log launcher, but worth the extra spell. And then had to send the hogs a little early just because the log launcher did not open up what I was hoping it would. With the King ability, Queen goes straight in, and then really focusing now the spells to try to keep the Queen alive so that I can get the core. The rest of the base isn't much to worry about with splash or anything. Hogs will go straight through. There's plenty left over. So the biggest thing was just the spitters and the multis. You know that kind of tends to roast the hogs. A bunch of them just walking the outside. Again, a lot of hogs left, RC left, Spirit Fox, all the major things alive to really push through the back end. Alright, so ring base, one of my favorite ones to hit. Just so common, especially at the higher end. So just focus on splitting the base. So here we go. Trying to just get all the way to the fire spitter, but it's not really necessary with them facing in that direction. Just a very easy approach. Again, just very aggressive with the invis. I just want to keep that Spirit Fox alive. It makes the back end a lot easier. Alright, push through, just making sure the Skelly Trap's far enough away from the multi. Ice Storm will get a good pause there. And there's plenty of times where, with this, especially with the monolith or with the new defense, just dropping a couple extra hogs just to add as a distraction, definitely just so worth it. So you can start to see the pathing for the funnel, where everything's coming through. In this case, the heroes kind of split. It's not a big deal. But the main thing is getting that queen into the town hall here. So pushing everything around the side where the hogs are now. The headhunters and the warden ability, dropping the cleanup troops just so that we can try to get the queen back into the town hall, so she doesn't have anywhere else to go. The only thing really of damage now is the scatter, some of the archer towers. So not really much to worry about through the back end. Again, Spirit Fox on the back end just so helpful. Makes the push a lot stronger. And Queen's still alive, so everything kind of came through. But just adjusting to see where you need to push the heroes in helps a lot. Alright, another ring base. And ideally, creating the funnel and pulling CC would be great. In that case, I wasn't going to go through that other corner, but didn't really need much of a funnel, so I was able to save a ton of invis. Alright, so heroes through the corner. Plenty of funnel, so not much to worry about. I'm just trying to get King as close to can. And the extra wall breakthrough just makes it so easy. It's a straight shot. And then just not much bothering the king or the queen. Really just the monolith, and with the magic mirror, doesn't really bother the queen too much. Especially with the air defense in the other direction, so it's just real easy. And then hogs just push straight around the base. Just with these ring bases, it's just really easy funneling with the hero value, and a really easy pathing with the hero value. And then hogs just take a straight line all the way around the base. Again, still plenty on the back end. Couple freeze. We got a freeze, invis, rage. There we go. Just a lot left. Alright, another center town hall base. Definitely the easiest ones to hit with this strategy. Just really easy to get a lot of Sui value and split the base in two. Alright, so in this case, had plenty of opportunity to funnel there. Not too much covering the clan castle. Makes it really helpful to pull everything and pull the CC over to the queen. In this case, not the best spot for it because it ended up going down to the aura anyway. Alright, so with this, no invis tower, not really walls I need to go through because the king will open up everything that I really need it to. Siege Barracks is the best bet. Both walls open up, so king and queen can go straight into this compartment, get over to the multi, scatter, ricochet. Just waiting for king ability, get a little bit more value. At least try to soften up a bunch of the defenses. There we go. And then send the hogs in, because the pathing will just go straight around the outside. Queen takes town hall. And the pathing with this is just so easy. These ring bases are just don't hold up well to hogs. Or in the series value. Just push around the outside, waiting for the heal tome to wear off. Dropping the heal over the Giga. And just everything surviving. I mean, just a ton of hogs left. Just healing up to full health. Again, the Spear Fox just gives you so much value on the back end. Even though it died, gave it one last hurrah for the RC to survive. And just a ton of hogs left. Another center town hall. I'm not sure why these bases are so popular lately, but I guess they hold out pretty well for the most part. And same thing, just getting a good funnel, trying to split the base in two, so that not too much damage on the heroes as you send it along the side. In this case, it was worth getting the Fire Spitter. As you get closer to the town hall and higher damage areas, just invising more frequently. More on the bottom to the top. Again, just no real reason to use the log launcher here. Its greatest value is to just trigger the invis, or if you're really going for a long hero push through the base. But all I really need the king to do is clear the side and open up the wall into the core so that the queen can get to the town hall. And that ended up working pretty well. So with king ability and hogs at the same time, everything's just going to get pushed straight towards the town hall. Again, still making sure you get the headhunters in, because that king on the outside would have just been a menace, and I would have left some things on the pathing around the base. Yeah. Mono was worth it to get down, in my opinion, especially with the Yetis able to push out front, tank for the queen. Just plenty left. In this case, the Spirit Fox is just huge, because as it gets stalled up on the ice golems, the scatter's just still hitting away and able to tank plenty. And just still leave a lot of health left on the RC. There's plenty left. A lot of little hogs left, or riders left. There we go. So new level was definitely OP. All right, last one of the day. In center town hall, just a ton of stuff in the core. Hit this base a lot. The best thing to do is just to go for that multi on the right corner. Again, just getting the multi out of the way in this case helps a lot, because you send the heroes around the outside from 3 to 12. You can take out both king and minion prince. That way any of your headhunters won't get killed off by the multi. It just makes it really easy pathing straight through. Biggest thing is just pathing. Well, like anything, biggest thing is pathing, but figuring out how to make your heroes get the most value, or create pathing for the hogs is the best thing. So you can just trigger in the town hall. Trying to break the heroes through. Didn't set the log launcher quite where I should have. But in that case, just really working, making sure that you get the hogs in, get your cleanup in so that it pushes the heroes straight back into the core. In this case, it worked. Definitely messed up a little bit there, but especially since most of the hogs went straight into the core, but I was able to hold off on some of the abilities. And outside doesn't have too much damage, so with these stacked cores, just getting the core down, and as long as your funneling's okay, get the core down and you're generally fine. And King and Queen are tanking. RC comes around the outside. Still have freeze, rage, and just a lot left. Even when you mess up a little bit, so like that was the cleanest hit, but still just plenty left on the back end. All the heroes alive. Most of the pets alive. And Diggy's still alive. So everything just so strong now with the update. Alright, that's another day. March Legend League hits 2025. I'm going to post more frequently over the next few days because we have a competition going on in the clan.